Hi, my name is Dash, and this is my good friend Scrat. We like to travel, but we also have a lot of experience with teaching and dealing with people that have a lot of questions. So I'm going to try and answer some of the questions that you guys have. Last week I made my first video, and a lot of you commented that you'd really like to see more. Thanks a lot for doing that. It makes me feel good if you can encourage me like that. Let me know what you'd like to know about. So today, our video is called, What is Love? Now this topic is a big topic. What is love? What does this word even mean? But the thing is, I realized I need to talk about this first, because all the other topics that I'm going to cover basically come down to what is love. Talking about, of course, marriage, dating, boyfriends and girlfriends, this kind of thing. Of course, you need to talk about love. But then also, of course, talking with your parents. How do you relate to your mom and dad? That comes down to love. But even jobs. We often talk about you should do what you love to do. We love using the word love. So I thought, you know what? I should really define this word. What does it mean, love? I looked online, and they estimate that there are 100 million songs written about love. 100 million. To me, the word love, I'm going to put Scrat down here, he'll still be watching. The word love is simultaneously the most overused word and also the most underused word when it actually matters. People always say things like, oh, I love pizza, I love traveling, I love going to the movies with my friends, I love that movie, it's my favorite movie, I love it. Some of you have stars that you love. This singer, oh, I love him, he's my favorite singer or star. All of these things, we say love all the time. I love this, I love this. But what does this even mean? The problem is, we use the word love so often that it's lost all meaning. I often say to people, if I tell my wife that I love pizza, and I love movies, and I love listening to music, and I love her, how will she feel? Well, she's going to be pretty angry. I told her I love her, but she's the same as pizza and movies. That's not love. Or if it is, do you want to be married? If that's love? In China, you have a day for lovers, Wu Er Ling, which you think sounds like I love you. Wo ai ni, Wu Er Ling. To me, these sound very different, but many of you celebrate this day because it sounds like love. Now, when you hear this, many of you say, oh, love, and you imagine romantic love. This is between, people who are dating or married, this romantic love, and you imagine this. But love doesn't have to be just romantic. Love can be between many things. Look at a dog when it sees its owner. It gets so happy. It loves this person. That's not romantic. It's just happy to see this person. People that have children, again, that's love. You can have a job that you love. That's possible. So, from these things where we see the word love is used so much, but then other times it's not used at all. Often marriages, people just don't say that they love each other. Or sometimes a big problem is fathers have trouble telling their sons, I love you. Even mothers can have this problem. Sometimes it just feels awkward to do this. So when it's really important that we love, many times we forget to say it. But then we go and we say we love pizza, which is a little bit weird when you think about it. So from this, it's clear to me that most of us don't really know what love really is. If we did understand, we wouldn't be so cavalier about using it. We'd be more careful about when we use it, but we'd use it more when we're supposed to. All right. So, what is love? Poets have written about it forever. Songwriters write songs about love. More recently, movies are made about love. Everything is about love. People dream of finding it. People fear losing it. At its core, I believe love is choosing the highest good of others as an end in itself. What does this mean? The first part, choosing the highest good of others, this part's kind of obvious. It means true love is choosing, making decisions that are the best for other people. Obvious enough. But the important part in the definition I gave is as an end in itself. What does this mean, end? In English, when we use the word end this way, it means it's like the final thing. There is nothing else beyond that. So if we choose love as an end in itself, it means there is no other reason for doing this thing except love. As an example, if you love someone, that love should be purely to choose the good of that person, not for anything you're going to get back. If I love somebody because I think they will give me something, that's not real love. That's a transaction. I give something, I get something. If I go to the supermarket, I give money, I get some food back, that's a transaction. That's not love. If I have a girlfriend and I only love her because she gives me things or she looks pretty, so when I go out and people see her with me, they go, "Oh wow, he's so lucky." That's not love. I'm giving something, but I expect something back. That's not real love. An end in itself means we make a choice that is the best for that other person as an end in itself, for no other reason. For love to be as an end in itself, it requires absolutely no selfishness. It has to be completely selfless. If you're thinking about yourself at all, it's not real love in this way. Okay, so that sounds great, right? This sounds like this amazing world. Everybody cares about each other and they're not selfish. How do we actually live that way? Well, the truth is, it's incredibly hard. Most of us, from when we were very young, we learned that if we didn't care about ourselves, others wouldn't care about us either. Or at least we felt like that. So how can we change that thinking to start caring about others more and develop real love? The idea of making a choice that benefits somebody else, even if it maybe hurts us, or at least doesn't benefit us at all, to most people, that's crazy. For most people, that's not love. Like, that's impossible. They don't do that. Well, why not? Think about how much better the world would be if people did love this way. Let me interject here to say something very important. Self-love, the love of yourself, is also incredibly important. If you don't have any love for yourself, how can you have love for other people? It's just not going to work. But that's a topic for another video. I don't have time for it today. After all of this, what does this mean for life? Well, like I said, this is a topic for future videos. We're going to talk about a lot of different topics. We're going to talk about relationships, dating, marriage, having kids, dealing with your parents, maybe choosing a profession, what meaning you can have in your life. All of these things, most of them come back in some form to love. So this video is just giving you the basis to start thinking, what really is love? Think about, who do you really love? Or what do you really love? What do you love that makes you really happy? And it's not that you expect to get something out of it. You just enjoy being with this person, or you enjoy doing this thing. What do you really love? So those are my very short comments on love. People have written books this thick on love, and I'm trying to do it in a few minutes. But this is just the start. If you like this video, please tell me, comment below. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like. If you have ideas for me, that would be fantastic. But until then, live long and prosper.